Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. The Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Arkansas's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Quick shovel pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Rebels offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give from the gun. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Now on the option. Now the toss. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
The kick is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Trying to get the corner. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to throw it again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Back to throw, it's Green. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. Rushes on him. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's caught. It's dribbling. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. No good. So the score remains 3-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air, it's Green. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Washington.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Diggs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. And they get him down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And how about that play by the free safety? You sort of got the feeling somebody's band was going to be playing after that one. Big gamble by the defense.
Yeah, a great job timing it up and catching them off guard, bringing the blitz. It is. You say that because I get it. It's high risk, high reward. That time, high reward, getting the sack.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Looking to scramble. Makes a man miss. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Field goal is good. They're now up 9-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Rides to back and leaves it. Makes his man miss. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. We've reached the bridge. Arkansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back, he's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fires to the big fella. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Land Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Takes a handoff. It's Washington. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Green. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late.
That makes the score Arkansas 16, Ole Miss 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Haas. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Lee. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Diggs. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simmons. That's reeled in, it's Diggs. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Taylor. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds. And it's 23-yard line. 2nd down.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
Step 1 by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now, we got to go for the 2-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking